The United States of America is supposed to be a republic. If you did not know that, that is what we are supposed to be. But it has slowly turned into a democracy, just dripping in what a democracy is over time, so that nobody will know the difference or notice that that's what actually is happening. So what does that actually mean? Well, you vote, majority rules, and more people that vote on something, that's what we go with. Those are the laws, those are the policies, those are the whatevers, except the danger of having a democracy when people still function in a very low level of consciousness, when our government itself functions at a corrupt, lack of trust level of consciousness that is greedy and materialistic and damaging to the entire planet and to the country it's supposed to serve. What you have is a bunch of psychopathic, sociopath lunatics that are running the country and voting on things because that's how they want things to go. Do you understand that just because majority rules doesn't mean it's ethical, it's trustworthy, it has integrity, it's safe, or that it has the way of equality? All of that needs to change. Do you understand? It's time to wake up for real, and that means you have to increase your level of IQ, emotional IQ, and your level of consciousness. You have to be willing to learn and raise your level of consciousness so you can function as enlightened beings function. That in oneness consciousness. We need a system of oneness consciousness. It wouldn't matter if we had a democracy if everybody functioned at a level of consciousness that included oneness, because we would never lack equality. That's one of the ways of oneness. You wouldn't lack compassion, harmlessness, and gentleness. You wouldn't lack trust. You wouldn't lack truth. These are all ways of oneness, and you sure as hell would not lack integrity or selfless service. Those are other ways of oneness. Are you beginning to understand why we need a completely new system altogether? If we functioned in a level of oneness consciousness as a government, as a society, as a country, as a world, then what would happen is everybody would have the space, the support, and the freedom to thrive. Everybody would be treated as equals. That includes nature, animals, women. That includes everybody, people of color. There's no such thing as having different races. We are all one race, the human race. That's honored. The way of honoring is part of a system that is set up that is based on the universal ways of oneness and oneness consciousness. So before we start and continue to throw around democracy or Democrat or Republican, all of it needs to go bye-bye. That's all the system of patriarchy, and all of that is being dismantled. It is being destroyed. It is crumbling before our very eyes. Thank God. Because we need a system of oneness where we honor everyone, all beings, all things, all the time, where we create the space and the framework where people can choose what they want to choose for their own lives, be as successful as they want to be, have whatever kind of houses they want to have, but none of it would result from me having what I have because I take from you and steal from you, I crush you, I keep you small, I enslave you. You can't do what you want to do with your body over there because I don't see you as anything but an object and a baby maker. None of that exists in a world of oneness. We need to raise our level of consciousness, and we need to start to put people in positions of power that are true, actual leaders. And that means they have high levels of consciousness, they see everyone and everything as equal, and they actually do the real work on themselves to heal and elevate. And if that is a system that you want to be a part of, and that is a system that you support, and that's a system that you want to become yourself, then I want to hear from you. There are lots of ways to get there, but sitting around doing nothing and not changing ourselves as individuals or requiring people that hold positions of power to heal, elevate, and change, we have to require and demand that, make it a requirement. We, the people, have the power if we unite together in higher levels of consciousness, at a level of oneness, and become a being of oneness. Just because you unite together in your tribe filled of sociopaths and psychopaths that want to take the rights away from a certain group of people doesn't mean that's a good thing to do. That's not united in a healthy, divine definition of what united means. We need to unite and heal and elevate and grow, and that should be our number one priority. And the leaders of this country, the leaders of all over the world, should be, if they're true leaders, leaders that guide you and teach you how to do exactly that. How do you heal? How do you elevate? How do you unite in oneness and create a space and a community and a world where we all thrive, where we are all supported, where we all get the healing that we need when we need it, and where we lift each other up and we learn from our mistakes. No more violence, no more harm, no more war. If that's what you want to, I want to hear from you. Comment below, make sure you share this out, and let's learn what it means to unite in an elevated level of oneness consciousness, not in sociopathic, psychopathic greed and materialism or fighting or violence or war any longer.